Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Tonight we have a video, guys. We're going to be talking about Batch 3 that is going to be coming out tomorrow, and I feel like it's actually important to make a video because there's a lot that's about to happen. A lot of you guys have been asking me, when is Squad Builder Showdown with Andy? Because we did 2 episodes coming up on the channel. I think it's going to be tomorrow morning is what I'm going to hope for, but I may not make that. It takes a lot of editing, and I haven't edited it yet. I just received the file, so I have to put it together. So hopefully it will be up in the morning tomorrow for you guys. We'll be also streaming tomorrow on Twitch all day. Big stream tomorrow. Maradona Vini Weekend League. And also taking a look at Batch 3. Hopefully which is why I had the main motivation to actually make this video. EA have added in a code for a big Team of the Season pack. Now this pack is going to be any Team of the Season player. So this pack will be able to give you any Team of the Season player. I am expecting with current prices of Team of the Seasons and with golds that it's not going to be much more than 83. It'll probably be 83 because EA will expect most people to keep recycling the one Team of the Season and pack it into the pack. So basically, if you get an 87 rated, you'd be putting that at worst, you'd be putting that back into the SBC. So then you only have to use 82s, right? I feel like 84 is probably a little overkill. Let's see what EA go ahead and release. Surely they have to know the prices of 83s, 82s are very high. But I will surely do a lot of these, and these will be a lot of fun to do for content. So hopefully these come soon. But this should kickstart, and this kind of leads me. I wanted to talk about this with you guys. This code kind of leads me to believe that EA are going to be 100% giving us a big boy market crash coming up. And I think what it means is that I think all Team of the Season players are going to be at packs. And my assumption is coming based off of EA giving us a SBC code for an SBC that says any Team of the Season player. It kind of makes me feel like it's going to go with the theme of all being in packs. It's kind of what EA have done so far. The party bags, they were bringing those out with what was in packs. So if the theme and the trend is kind of going to continue to go how it has gone, I would really surely expect that EA would be probably giving us these cards all in packs. Now, I wanted to go over with you guys best of footies last year, the third batch, because the third batch last year can kind of help us see what the types of cards that are going to be coming out. So obviously we went over this before, but last year they did more of a rotation where they kind of rotated special cards, but the final batch was the best version of cards. There was I think there was three best ofs last year. 2 or 3 at least, but there was 3 I think, and they kind of had waited to bring a lot of the better items, the more endgame meta items, to the last batch. So this is kind of what it looked like last year. This is how it came out, but I do want to give you guys a fair warning, and I'm not telling you to sell all your players, but there's already been some selling going on this week, so I think people are preparing in advance. But I wanted to go over with you guys again and kind of remind you that, look, some of you guys could care less. I could care less about a couple cards. I have this Maradona. I'm not going to sell him. I love the guy. I'm going to keep him for the rest of the year. I did sell Pele. I'm not sure what's going to happen to Pele, so I kind of just sold him at 575. I don't really know what a read is on icons because right now it's super weird on the market. We've got situations where like Cruyff, Eusebio, and all these types of players are down in prep for these card prices to drop, but also because of Dembele and Ribery. But some endgame cards like Moments Holiday is still 14 mil and Moments Cruyff is still 11 mil, and they're not dropping. So it's really tough to know right now what is going to happen with certain cards. But what I can tell you is that even if you guys could remember on day one of this batch, people were trying to fight the market drop. And what I mean by that is that when Flip Birthday Mbappe was getting packed a lot and shoved onto the market, he was actually probably the same price day one of best of batch 2 as he was the day before that. However, it's just not going to be able to hold strong. I mean, I could show you guys right now. I mean, it kind of had happened where this Flip Birthday Mbappe, which is one of the most meta, if not the most meta card on the market right now in terms of people buying him week in, week out for their teams, he was trying to hold that price last week of 5 mil, and now he's down at 3.8. So he just couldn't survive the continued supply. And so even if you guys see people buying back teams after a period of panic tomorrow or a period of panic this week, and I think long-term, considering that EA may be bringing some other SBCs, all those SBCs can start to bleed the market just a little bit more as we go. I mean, that's kind of, in my eyes, how I see it. I see it that EA are going to probably try to keep giving us some pretty dang good SBCs, And as they continue to do that, we are in for more of a correction week in and week out. And I guess the reason why I'm still bringing you guys this type of video is because I'm still intrigued a bit into the market. I'm still intrigued with kind of what goes on, and I think some of you guys are as well. I mean, we have this game until October. Then I will look into the specifics about when the new stuff comes out with next year's game. But I don't even think we get an early look at anything regarding next year's FIFA until August. So we do have a little bit of a time frame until stuff like that obviously is going to happen. But yeah, back to my point about Neymar, because Neymar last year was one of the best players in the game. I had loved his team of the year, and he was just overall a great player last year. So this was what was the date of the final batch? The final batch was on July 31st, right? So you guys can see here, this was July 30th, and Neymar rose from 6.7 million coins, guys, all the way up to 9. He actually went to 9.9 one weekend. He almost cracked. He probably cracked the 10 mil mark on one day. But you guys can see, I mean, 9 mil, 9.8 mil, guys, all the way to 3.9 mil. I mean, that sort of drop is just actually insane. And I mean, you think about it, that sort of drop happening with all the inflation that there was, it was quite the crazy sight to see. And this happened because EA had made the pack weight a bit better for these types of cards. And people just slammed open packs. Now, I don't know if the drops are going to be to the extent of last year. The difference between this year and last year with drops on these types of cards, I will say, is that I feel like last year people actually had more coins. So the fact that the drop was so severe last year is very concerning to me about what could happen. Now, I don't know what is exactly going to happen. I also know that last year EA had boosted the pack weight a bit more during these promos than they have this year. I'm still seeing a lot of bad packs this year overall. So I think the level of pack weight this year is a little bit worse than last year. But again, it's a whole comparing, contrasting, and really, how do we know to determine it? How do we really know for sure all that is going on and all that is happening within EA in terms of what they're doing with pack odds and what they're really doing with distributing cards onto the market. SBC wise, I don't know exactly what came during this promo, but this year already, guys, we've already had, which I haven't even done because I have packed a lot of the players, so I just haven't been able to do it. But we've already had the La Liga, the Bundesliga, and the Premier League guaranteed team of the season so far packs come out. So my thoughts are the party bags at most go for like 2 or 3 times, and then they get rid of them and go to another one, right? So EA is kind of burning through what they can at the moment. So I think obviously we'll still have a Serie A one, and we'll probably still have a League One guaranteed packs. After that, it kind of becomes this question of what do EA do, right? Because we've still got the whole month of August and the whole month of September. Now, I think the new FIFA is personally going to come out September 20th. That's my guess. So 25th on Access. That's my guess. I think 25th probably on Access. So, I mean, September is going to be a dead month for FIFA. Nobody's going to play FIFA 20 in September. I mean, I just never play a month before the new FIFA comes out. You kind of refresh and you take a break. But I would say for real that I think people will continue to play this game this month and next month. I think next month as well will still be a month if EA do it properly. So it leads me to believe, what do we have left after the next couple Team of the Season guaranteed packs? There's a couple things, right? EA could release a repeatable 88 plus 5 player pack. Now that would be crazy. If they did that, those packs that we've already had, that would be pretty cool. You know, I would be all down for cool upgrade packs. Maybe like a double 86 plus pack. That would be really cool. I think that's a cool concept that EA could totally release, to where the point where you pay maybe 15K and you get 286s, something that is decent value. Now, this is the most interesting discussion for me at the moment, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments down below, kind of regarding what you guys think is going to happen and if this is a realistic possibility. So, we've got a Prime Icon upgrade here, guys, and this expires in 7 days. Now, last year, we never even had a Prime Icon upgrade. EA, and I guess my point is that I'm trying to say is that I think EA are going all out with the content this summer because they know they can, right? They know that the menu content rules this game and that they have the flexibility and the ability to do something like this. So last year, what EA did during Team of the Season was they released an icon upgrade. And that was the most they had ever done last year with packs. Earn a base, mid, or prime version of an icon. So that's what EA had released last year, guys. Earn a base, mid, or prime version of an icon. And I have like a mosquito down here. I thought that was like a fly. Mosquitoes are fine. So yeah, that's what we got last year, and that came out during this kind of footies promo and things like that. I personally didn't love these packs. It was an 86, 87. They were fun, but they weren't totally amazing. So I guess my point is that I thought there was no chance EA was ever going to bring a Prime Icon upgrade. Now, Prime Icon moments, in my opinion, are their big pack sellers overall. That's like the coolest types of card in the game. When we take a look at it, in terms of Prime Icon moments and kind of their prices, I think it's a real possibility that they could do it, and I think that if they do it, it's gonna kill a lot of these cards, because a lot of these cards won't get market supply, but they'll get untradeable supply. And this would be the type of pack that everybody in the world would do no matter what. These are cards that are just too good for the game and are too endgame, right? All these cards in a way can be endgame. They've all got pretty crazy boosts, so I could see a lot of people going broke and doing these. I have via flip and import the other day. I had like 50 mil left over. I would be willing to spend 40 to 45 mil, and I would hope that EA wouldn't make the SBC. I mean, I don't know how to take the aggregate, the average price of what they are, but I would be willing to say the average price probably amongst all these icons, with the really expensive ones and the really cheap ones, is probably like 500k, 400k. So I could see EA releasing this as like a 400 to 450k SBC, maybe 500k, but also having upgrade packs out at the time. So if you wanted to craft it, you could craft it and save a lot of coins. Now, the reason I'm talking about this, and the reason why it is important in a way, is that this would be something that would absolutely destroy the market. Now, I don't think this would happen. The earliest point that I think this type of thing could happen would be in 7 days. That's the earliest I think this kind of pack could actually come out. So 7 days from now is when the Prime Icon upgrade expires. And that would feasibly give enough time for the 81 plus to end, the 82 to 88 to end, the next two league guarantees, because EA still got to release League 1 and Serie A guarantees. Those two still have to come out. And then some Bash 3 content. I mean, feasibly, it could happen. And I'm not trying to get your guys' hopes up, but I'm trying to talk market implications with you guys of things that could really destroy the market. I'll say this: if a Prime Icon Moments upgrade came out, SBC fodder would fly. So to my people that are interested in investing and interested in making some coins, or just trying to do some of those packs potentially in the future, I'm not saying it is coming again, but I'm only saying potentials here. What I will share with you guys is right now, like if we were to go look at the cheapest 95s, right? So the cheapest 95 is Thiago Silva. He's 95k. Chesney's about 95 as well. So Thiago Silva is the cheapest 95. Now, the other week, they were selling up at 120. When there was some pretty crazy upgrades out, these 95s were 120. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is that they're not low, but they're lower. They're lower than they have been. If we look at 86s, I mean, 86s had a couple days where they were up at 290, 280, right? The 86s have had a couple days where they have just gotten ridiculously low. What I would recommend is that let's see what happens tomorrow, right? Because if all team of the seasons are coming into packs tomorrow, what it means, guys, is that we could potentially be seeing a drop in high-rated fodder, right? If the worst, you have to think, what are the worst team of the seasons you can pack? It's always going to be the high-rated ones. Those are always the worst team of the season. So those are the ones that will get packed the most, and in result, they may continue to drop, because I feel like a lot of people aren't doing the Prime Icon upgrade anymore, and aren't, unless EA bring out a ton of really meta SBCs with like super high-rated requirements, I don't really see a world in which any 86s are flying. So I really feel like a lot of the time with the market, sometimes the top high-rated cards dropping can bring down the rest of the market. I think we've seen that happen before, and I wouldn't put it past for that to also happen this time around. I mean, if we take a look at my club right now, I'm mostly rocking untradeable, because I know how bad this was. I watched this happen last year, and it was really bad. I don't know if it's going to happen this year, but all I will say again is that when I saw it happen with inflation, it was really concerning. Like, to see something like that happen with all the inflation that was in the game, it's definitely concerning, guys, that could happen. And this year, obviously, people have consumed a lot more time doing weekly objectives, doing squad building challenges, and when you take more time and do all that type of stuff, in in the end of the day, it's going to mean that you have less coins available. So that's just kind of how I see it as for right now. I wanted to get a video out to you guys though, man, just talking about it, because I know that it's a big deal, man. I know that a lot of you guys are still trying to manage your clubs. I think a lot of people are in the boat where you guys are trying to make sure you can allocate or set aside a certain amount of funds to actually do SBCs that are fun that come out. So I think, there's going to be a couple people that say, Nick, I don't really care about prices or all that. But I think it's important to still care, because there's still going to be a couple really fun SBCs coming out, and you guys really are not going to want to miss out on them. We're talking that we could be potentially seeing some of the best SBCs of all time that EA have ever released in the next couple of weeks. That's like a realistic thing that could come out, right? Could happen, and we could all enjoy that. So I want to make sure that you guys are being taken care of, and that you guys, kind of know what's the deal, kind of know what's going on. But anyways, guys, appreciate you guys watching the videos, man. Appreciate you guys supporting the channels. Second channel in the description down below. We probably have reviews going up this weekend. Cliff's channel in the description down below. It's also on the channel, my main channel page, if you want to watch that. And yeah, I should also have a video for you guys. I'm working really hard and trying to figure out how to organize something really cool for next year's FIFA. So I'll get to you guys on that. I'll keep you guys updated and posted within the live streams on all that stuff. Thank you guys for watching my video, man. Thank you guys for always watching my videos, man. You guys are the real ones. See you guys soon. Peace.